Hello and welcome to New Forest Morphs. This morning we're going to be talking about the Lesser Platinum and the butter genes that are such an essential part of the staple diet in any keeper or breeder's ball pythons. And I've got with me Jupiter, who is up to size now. We've had her for about a year and a half, bought her from Southampton Reptiles. She's an example of a butter or a lesser. Now there's a big debate as to whether or not the butter and the lesser gene are the same genes. But just have a look at Jupiter. If you zoom in on her scales and her body parts. Now the reason why she's called butter is it's got all these lovely little butter shaped markings on the snake. And also the other thing about butter, just like the lesser, is you'll notice on the side it blushes out and fades out. Now if you just have a look at her, let's have a little look at her tummy. Can you see all the way in which that white works its way up? And I think that's another reason why they call it the lesser, because it's less of a pattern. So anything you put a lesser to will lessen the pattern normally. And if you put two lessers together, or a butter and a lesser, or anything else that's in the bell complex, you're going to produce a blue-eyed leucistic, which is often known as a bell. And I think that Jupiter is a beautiful, beautiful snake. She's het for clown, 100% we hope. And we've been putting her to one of our clown males, and we're hoping to produce some lesser clowns. And she's already had 1 or 2 locks this season, which is really helpful. But I'm just going to contrast her now with the other female we've got, which is also known as a lesser platinum. And I think the reason why it's called a lesser platinum is because it does have like a platinum look to it. It's a much darker morph. And a lot of people who debate whether there's 2 separate genes say that it's the same gene but 2 separate lines. But I think, Mandy, if I could leave you with Jupiter, I'm going to go and get out the... She wants to explore at the moment, but I may have to have one hand on the snake and one hand on the camera. Okay. If you can manage that. Mandy's our camera lady for today. They're both very maternal. And there you go. So that's the platinum, the lesser platinum, sometimes known as a platy daddy, and this is a butter. Now you can see the difference here in contrast. Now they both have similar patterns, but they are very much a different tone. Now if you look at the blushing, this one has blushing on the side, see, it's similar. So she's got a little bit of white coming up on the sides as well. It fades out, not quite as much as Jupiter. But Cappuccino has locked also to our bell, and I guess what I should really do is bring out the male. So if you put a lesser to a lesser or a butter to a butter, you get a bell. And I'll just bring out Pearl, who we thought was a girl, turns out that she's a boy. I'll bring them out and you can see what 2 lessers and 2 butters will generate. And he is massively into breeding. So there we go. So that's those 2 together, if they're a male and female, would produce a bell. Now you can see that Pearl is just about to Pearl is just about to go into shed. But let's just put them all on the table and just see how they look. How about that, Mandy, for a group picture? This one's got her tail locked. So we've got a pile of lessers here. This one's a Mojave lesser, we believe, but you can get a lesser to produce a bell. There's 10 other animals in the bell complex that will produce an all-white snake with blue eyes. But there you have quite a bundle of snakes there. Can you see the differences and what's going on? So what I'm going to do now, Mandy, is I'm going to put the bell back. If you can hold on to the 2 ladies. And I think we'll put one on around me and we'll put one back in her home. So thank you, Pearl. We'll pop you back. Thank you very much, Pearl. You want to stay out there? You do want to stay out and play. And then I think let's see if we can separate these 2 big girls. Well, it's nice they're getting on well together anyway, I'll give them that. Quite a bundle of love though, isn't there? But rest assured they're both females because they're both locked to 2 separate males. And I'm going to try just to separate them, but they do like to be together, don't they? Girl power here, I think, Mandy. Hello, welcome back. So we had a small battery change there. So thank you, Mandy, for staying with us and helping us with the snake. So Cappuccino is staying with me at the moment. She's quite happy to be on my shoulders, and Jupiter is now behaving herself on the table in a nice little ball. So what we'll do is we'll show them both off in the light box and just see how they look. And you'll see that with the light box you'll see the true colours of the Lesser. So Mandy, if you want to bring the camera with me. Right, we're going to start with Jupiter. So if you're ready, Mandy, I'll put her in the ball. And we'll just see. She definitely wants to stay in there. Here we go. There we go, beautiful. There she is. Is she lovely? She's beautiful, isn't she? Look at the patterns on her and the lovely colours. You see the lovely yellows and all the fading blushing on her dorsal. Lovely butter scales, butter coming up, lovely white patterns around the alien heads, and nice fade down to the belly. So that will make a big impact on other combos, and we're going to show you a few other combos in a second. So that's the butter gene, and now we'll switch her out for Cappuccino. You'll see the Pastel Lesser and the platinum colours coming out on the next one. We'll just slip her back into her home. Thank you, Jupiter, you've been an absolute star, and one of the adults has been able to where's this one up to? They seem to like to go up there, don't they? But yeah, she's been lovely, isn't she gorgeous in her natural light as well? So we'll slip her back. So where's say Jupiter's? That's Cappuccino's, and now we need to just find Jupiter's home. With all the cleaning I do, I should know it by now. Jupiter, 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 Jupiter. There she is. That's her little home. Right, thank you, Jupiter. You can see that they have a lovely white belly underneath, and that's one of the reasons when you put these two together, see the white sides produces the bell. That's quite a nice example of, you know, what's going on here. So this one can go back, Jupiter can go home to hide, and I think Cappuccino wants to explore the rubs and the racking system. In fact, they both want to stay out. They say, Daddy, Daddy, let me stay out. I'm enjoying my exploration time. Right, here we go. Here we go. So here we've got the Lesser Platy. Now, when I found her, and I got her down in Boscombe from a reptile shop, they sold me her as a male. She turned out to be a female, which suited me anyway because I could put the bell male. The bell turned out to be a male, and that was the switch of identities there, but it still worked out. But if you look carefully, can you see the platinum look on its dorsal fin? See, it's got a very platinum look to it, rather than butter. And let's put her in the light box and see how she looks, Mandy. I don't think she's going to stay there for very long because she's obviously on an exploration mode. I'll try and get her into a little ball first, if I can get her into big ball. And then she's really enjoying her time with me. Come on, come on. There we go. And both these girls, this one's 2.5 kilograms, and I think Jupiter is 2 kilograms. And they've both locked up, and they're both getting ready for this year, so hopefully produce some beautiful babies with them. Okay, let's see whether you can catch the platinum colours with this girl here. So if I bring her in, Mandy, like that. Oh, she's going for this under. Come on, come on. There we go, you want to get in there while she's in a ball, I think. There we go, can you get in there? She will find somewhere to hide. But isn't she beautiful? Just zoom in on her colours on the back. Just look at those beautiful colours, see that? She's beautiful. I love her a lot. I think she's going to make some lovely combinations. So the two different types of lessers or butters going to give, if you're going to go for the dark genes, you're going to be absolutely fine using the platy. If you're going to go for a lighter gene, you want to use the butter. But she's absolutely gorgeous, man. Right, she's been ever so good, so let's bring her out while she's still behaving herself before she gets up in the lighting or she gets underneath the the box itself, but that's Cappuccino, and you can see why we called her Cappuccino. Does she look like an Italian coffee to you?
Very sweet.
Yeah, she's beautiful, and hopefully she's going to give us her first clutch this coming season. Right, we'll put her back, and then we'll have a look at some other lesser combos. So let me know your thoughts, whether you think there's much. I think there's obviously a difference between the two snakes, but some people think that they're both lessers. I actually think that they're two lessers from two separate lines, one with a darker line and one with a lighter line. But let me know your views on that one. Right, so the next thing we're going to show you now is we're going to show you a few combinations of what we can do with the lessers. So let's just talk about those options over here. So as I said, we believe that the first lesser was produced by Ralph Davis in 2001, and the gene itself is a co-dominant gene, which means that if you put a lesser into a normal, half of them will come out lesser, half of them will come out normal. So you've got a 50-50 chance of that gene going into the next generation. Let's see what else you can do with it. So basically the whole purpose of the gene is it adds colour to the dorsal, and it also adds contrast if you go for the dark lesser platy, or if you go for the butter will enhance the quality of the contrast if you've got a black gene it's going into. As I say, if you put two together, you end up with a super version, which is known as a bell, which I think we've showed you one of those, and it has the ability to wipe out the bottom part of the snake and the bottom part of the pattern. So what are the kind of combinations that we're looking to do here at New Forest Morphs? Well, we've got already some combinations in our stock of clowns. In fact, I'll show you some of the clown lessers that we've got. So lesser with clown, I think, is a stunning combination. So come and join me and I'll show you the clown lesser combinations that we've got. So the first one I'm going to show you is a lesser clown called Calissa. Here she is. Beautiful animal. She's weighing about 400 grams. And there she is. So when you add lesser to a clown, you can see the impact it has. I should bring out another clown really, a normal clown first, to show you the impact. Let's get the normal clown out as well, to contrast what the lesser does. So this is Xena. She's nearly 600 grams, and she is het for albino, but she's just showing the visual gene is that of a normal clown. So a normal clown would look very much like this. Okay, and if you put lesser to the normal, can you see what it does to the dorsal colour, Mandy? Just contrast the dorsals. So you've got a chocolate going to a lime, yellowy, lighter fade. Can you see how it fades out the colour? And then look at the side, the colours on the side of the snake. Can you see you've got white on the lesser, leading up to a gentle blushing, and those lovely olive colours. And on the traditional clown, you've got a lovely bronze gold colour moving up to that lovely chocolate brown. But let's put them both in the lighthouse and let's do a contrast. There we go, have a little look in there, Mandy. I'll zoom in on that. So there we go, what do you think of that? Just one gene added to a clown produces an amazing difference. You can see how the fading and the blushings are happening there, and these two are behaving themselves really well. I'm really impressed. And look at the alien heads. They've faded out on the lesser clown, but on here you can see the alien heads very clearly on the clown. Beautiful, beautiful animals. I can't wait to get them into our breeding cycle. It will take another year or so before they're ready, but I would say in a couple of years they're going to be good to go, and looking forward to that. Now what we're going to do is add pastel to those two to see what the pastel does to the lesser. So we're going to show you a pastel lesser clown, and if Mandy can get that out for us, it's just down here. So you can see here the mangoes, the pastel lesser clown. If you could put that take it from the tail from the back, keep it in a ball. If you put that in the front of the other snakes, we'll be able to see the impact that the pastel has. Thank you, Mandy. Now there we go. Now by putting pastel to the lesser, it brightens up even more. And you can see what pastel does to the head stamp. So there's your lesser head stamp. And then the pastel makes it go freckly. And you get zigzaggy dorsal with the pastel. Whereas over here, not so much. And then look at the blushing as well. Isn't that lovely how the pastel acts as a double blusher down the dorsal, lightens up the snake. So you're going from a golden brown traditional clown to a lightning gene. It lightens up the colours a little bit, and then the pastel makes the whole thing pop and is a pattern changer. So there's an example of how each gene interfaces with each other. Now what we're going to do now is add the male 5 combo clown, which also has other genes. Leopard can be added to this, and let's see whether we can find our beautiful clown Hercules male. If you can get him out, Mandy. I think he's maybe underneath that one. If you push that one in a second. Was it that is above Hercules? So Hercules has got Enchi in there as well, and so you're going to add 2 more genes to the lesser pastel clown. You're adding Enchi and you're adding leopard. You can see what leopard does. It cleans up, and the dorsal fin is absolutely amazing. It's so sharp. And there you have it. So you've got the boy in there now. So we've got a whole bunch of clowns in here. I hope you're enjoying this footage. So let's just zoom in on Hercules and see what he's up to. There, the head stamp is crazy. So can you see how the leopard is affecting the dorsal? It's giving you almost like one fine stripe down the back of the animal. And you can also see that the Enchi is adding to that beautiful head pattern. Yeah, we'll have to get her back beforehand, I think. She is going a bit high. Got to keep an eye on all these snakes. Perhaps we'll put some of them back, Mandy, and we can focus in. So if I pass you back the pastel, she's the one that's climbing. Yeah, that's the one that's climbing the roof there. So she's the Pastel Lesser. That's Mango. Thank you, Mango. And the other 3 seem to be behaving themselves, so it's not so bad. We can leave these other ones in there. I'd like Hercules to open up a little bit. You can see what's going on with him. Let's just zoom in on him. Isn't he beautiful though? He's in that tight ball, but absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you're enjoying these combinations. So you can see how Lesser is a good adjuster for those 2, and you can layer on the combos. And Leopard, now here we go, Hercules is starting to come out, and it looks like the other snake's showing an interest. Maybe smells the male in the room. She's investigating, and he might come out and investigate too. But they're lovely, aren't they, Mandy? You enjoying this? Yeah, so I think we'll put the het albino clown back as well. She is lovely there. Thank you very much.
Xena.
That's Xena, she goes back in there. And let's put this one back as well. So this is the straightforward lesser, just a lesser clown. And I think that one is Carlissa. She's the lesser clown. And here we go, Hercules is going to start to open up now. We can really have a good look at him and see what he's up to. So what we'll do is we'll put up some pictures of some nice combinations. If you add Orange Dream, if you add Leopard, if you add Pastel. Leopard is a really, really good base gene combo. That if you produce a Leopard Lesser and then you add the Clown, Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, you get some incredible snakes. And I'll show you at the end of this film a selection of morphs that have combos that people have made to kind of inspire us to work towards some really interesting combos. And we'll finish the video with Hercules, beautiful green eye on him. So the pastel produces that green eye as well, so you've got to look at the impact that each gene has on an animal. I think he's wonderful, and he's going to be an absolute star going forwards. It's going to be part of our Batman project, put Spot Nose into that as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video demonstrating the Lesser and the Butter genes. I'd highly recommend getting into it. Lesser makes a huge difference to your collection, and as you can see, it makes a huge difference to the tone and the pattern and the fades going into all these beautiful snakes. So it's goodbye from Hercules, it's goodbye from Mandy, and it's goodbye from me at New Forest Morphs, Paul, and we will catch you next time. See you then. Bye bye for now.